Layla, you got me on my knees. Layla, I'm begging, darling, please. Something like that. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. My name's Jorge, aka George. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. Yes, today we're checking out for the first time in the history of this channel, actually, Eric Clapton. This time, The Call, official music video. How much do I know about Eric Clapton? Actually, not a lot. So I'm gonna read here, if you guys don't mind. Please take a seat. Eric Patrick Clapton, CBE, is an English musician, singer, songwriter, and record producer. He's regarded as one of the most successful and influential guitarists in rock music. He ranked second in Rolling Stone's list of the 100 greatest guitarists of all time, and fourth in Gibson's top 50 guitarists of all time. Ranked second. I wonder who was number one in that list. There's so many. I forget the name of the one that's most prominent. What's his? Anyway, so Eric was born in 1945. He's 79 years old, and he's still going apparently. So we're gonna check out this song. Always happy to check. Well, not this isn't the right video. Always happy to check out, you know, this type of music. I'm open-minded and I do enjoy rock, even older from the 80s, 70s. So if you have suggestions that you want to write in the comments, by all means, go ahead, guys. I do read all the suggestions and stuff, so keep that in mind. And now we begin. So grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. Let's go. The Call, as we have a phone here on the screen.
Got a message last night, came through loud and clear. Called you right back, but there's no one there. Sounded so sad, tried the other phone. Either you go or you're all alone. The tone of your voice sounded so weird, like you've been drinking after all these years. Set me to thinking about those bad good old days, corners we cut and all the halls we played, scenes that we stole, the hell we raised. In spite of it all, the music we played, the music got me. Those sisters with the shiny black hair, one fell in love, one didn't dare. It sounded so sweet, one high and one low. Where are they now? Nobody knows. Still got some pictures, you still got my shirt. You know the one I let you wear to work. Remember that night we both nearly cried, singing that song, somebody dies. Somebody died. that you noticed, still out on the road, singing them songs to bring it all back home. I'll give you a shout when we're somewhere near. You could come on out, it's not far from here. You could come on out, and you might even play just one more time, for old time's sake, for old time's sake.
Yep. This this was like a masterpiece, essentially. How many people had to work on this from so many different fields? I mean, really think about it, guys. We have, of course, Eric Clapton, a singer, a guitarist, a band. We have an illustrator, animator, video production, a recorder, an editor, a director. Like, wow, this was just, let's see, guys, art and music go hand in hand. They are like brothers from the heart. First things first, we hit the like. I subscribe to Eric Clapton, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. Actually, man, I forgot to read the description, but it says Eric Clapton's new album, Meanwhile, features 6 never-before-heard tracks. The album includes collaborations with Jeff Beck, Van Morrison, and more. Available now digitally and out on vinyl and CD January 24th, in exactly 1 month. So if you're interested, be on the lookout for that. Wow. This, how do I even describe this song? It feels old. It has this essence of like the past, memories, looking back, reminiscent, right, of previous times. He's sort of a storyteller here, and I'm not gonna break down everything, but he's like, oh, remember, those 2 girls, like one fell in love, one had a fear, so like she didn't. And then he's like, remember that night we almost cried, and remember this and that. And so it's like him looking back into his life, essentially. But I gotta tell you, I think the napkin stole the show for this music video. I'm so impressed. I rarely see a music video like this, especially nowadays where effects try to go crazy, and people are like, oh, let's over the top is better and have all this huge production. Literally just need a napkin, some coffee, and just build up this nice atmosphere of how they wanted it to look like. So it's got like that wooden texture of the table, even the pencil. When I saw the pencil here, I was like, it awoke, it's like Vietnam memories for me, but in a good way. It's like back to art school when I used pencils a lot. Nowadays I almost don't write. Everything is like, okay, I gotta take notes on my phone, on the computer. It's almost everything digital, so I rarely use a pencil nowadays, which is unfortunate, and I want to go back to that, because something special about it's like the instruments, like the guitar. It's like producing music digitally versus actually holding a guitar in your hands and strumming like he was doing there. So they just have this filter on here on everything, where it makes it look I think it's called sepia, those filters that it's like a little bit yellowish tinted, like older and like distant, but this was such a great idea, going with the napkin, doing all these illustrations here, representing the, you know, whatever characters, and like as he was telling the story, we could see it represented with you know, illustrations, images, very simple, right? Very just, you know, basically line figures and doodles, but done so well and so effective. I like a part here where I don't know where it is. For the most part, I don't know what it looks like. They're using maybe some ink, like a Sharpie or something like that for the illustrations. But then at one point, like here, I think they literally could use like coffee stains to make this what they did with the hair, right? And moving it up, and just the movement of animation like this, it's so satisfying to watch, because you see the evolution take place, and you understand that someone had to do this by hand, that it's not, you know, AI, it's not some crazy thing going on. It's like somebody sitting there, it's like, okay, let's do this shot by shot, then putting it together. It's a lot of work, guys. We see a 5-minute video. Imagine the hours that it must have taken for so many people to put this together and make it, you know, because one thing is the idea, the concept, but executing it the right way and having it be successful is another, right? That's like the what you aspire to do. And I think they achieved it. This was great. The whole presentation, really they have these slow shots, right, going back to the cassette, or that I don't even know what you would call it, the cord phone, because now everything's cordless, but what is this, the rotary dial rotary phone, that actually my grandparents still have one of these, and see the setting, everything, it's like put together, right? The details, the cassette player, even the lighting coming through, right? It's like a nice Sunday afternoon lighting that you're sitting there with an older Eric Clapton, and he's just telling you stories. It's like, oh, you know, back in the day, this used to be like that, and this. His voice here and the whole mood of the song reminded me a little bit of I think it's Randy Newman, the guy that plays You've Got a Friend in Me in Toy Story. That kind of vibe I was getting. And actually, I wanted to look up, did Eric Clapton write Tears in Heaven? That's Tears in Heaven. I was thinking about that song, and I wasn't sure if it was by... It was. Maybe he didn't... I don't know if he wrote it, but I definitely, like... That's the song that came to mind, aside from Layla. It's Tears in Heaven, which is, of course, an extremely depressing and sad song. I think it's about his son, you know, his son's death. But man, just something about Eric Clapton, even though I don't know much about him, seems like a very wholesome musician. And now an older man, you kind of, like, it puts things into perspective, how back in his day, you know, he was like the guy, he was here, he was there, like a rock star essentially. And now he's like, you know, everyone ages, everyone, you know, goes through, you can't escape time. And so this whole mood, it's like a slow down and like nostalgic Eric Clapton in my eyes. So very nice music video for sure. The creativity here, outstanding. Like I said, you don't see this often, so having done this, it's really a nice move, a nice touch that goes along well with the whole mood of the song itself. So man, this was really great. I enjoyed it. Thank you guys for being here. Let me know in the comments if you have any more suggestions. Stay tuned, hit the like, subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.
Thanks for watching.